गुरु गुरु जी को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, ढेर सारा प्रणाम। थैंक यू गुरु जी, आपने हमें मौका दिया आपके चरणों में ये सेवा करने का। इससे बड़ी सेवा कुछ नहीं हो सकती जो अपने गुरु नाल सेवा की जाती। सेवा किस चीज की भी हो बहुत उत्तम होती है, क्योंकि सेवा विच मेवा मिलता है और उस मेवे के लिए जो गुरु जी देते हैं हम सब तरसते हैं। एक अंकल जल प्रसाद की सेवा कर रहे थे, उन्होंने दूर से देखा कि गुरु जी आ रहे हैं। वो सेवा छोड़ के गुरु जी की तरफ भागा, बिकॉज he gave more value to Guruji than to his सेवा। और गुरुजी जिले वो गुरुजी को लाया, प्रणाम किया, कहंदा ओए तू सेवा छड़ के आया, तू सेवा प्या करदा से मैं देख लिया, मैं तेनू उस सेवा दा रुपया देना सी, तू सेवा छोड़ के मेरे को लाया, मैं तेन सिर्फ चौनी देंगा। सो संगत जी, उस गुरु से गुरु की जो सेवा है वो बहुत बेअंत है, बहुत कुछ मिल जाता है। जय गुरु जी। Success of compassion. It is common tendency to compare. We compare almost everything we have or are blessed with those that others have. We draw comparison between houses, cars, ornaments, clothes, sundry, belongings, children, and our own self. Don't, when you compare, you are indulging in the act of violence. Comparing is an act of cruelty. No two people, things, belonging, or humans are alike, and hence they cannot be compared. Even the automobile of the same make and the model produced in the same batch will give different experience to different people. There is difference in our mind sets and our mental makeup. When we compare, we inadvertently belittle someone or something gruesome. Horror. You are blessing of Guruji, and so is everything that comes to you is exclusive. Everything that comes to you is your destiny that you have earned, and the blessing can never be compared. That's an insult to Guruji. Don't insult Guruji. Thank Guruji Sada for everything. We should not waste our time in comparison. We always should be satisfied with what we have, whether it is looks or it is a figure or whatever it is. Guruji or God has made us equally beautiful. Happy, steady life. Run your own race that leads to peaceful. Happy, steady life. I was jogging this morning and I noticed a person about half a kilometer ahead. I could guess he was running a little slower than me, and that made me feel good. I said to myself, I'll try catch up with them. So I started running faster and faster. Every block, I was gaining on him a little bit. After just a few minutes, I was only about 100 feet behind him. So I really picked up the pace and pushed myself. I determined to catch up with him. Finally, I did it. I caught up and passed him. Inwardly, I felt very good. I beat him. Of course, he didn't even know we were racing. After I passed him, I realized I had been focused on competing against him, that I had passed my turn of my house. I had missed the focus on my inner peace. I missed to see the beauty of greenery around. I missed to do inner soul searching meditation. And needless hurry, stumbled and slipped twice or thrice and might have hit the sidewalk and broken a limb. It then dawned on me, isn't that what happens in life when we focus on comparing with co-workers, neighbors, friends, and family, trying to outdo them or trying to prove that we are more successful or more important, and in the bargain, we miss our own happiness within our own surroundings. We spend our time and energy running after them, and we miss out on the path to our given destination. The problem with unhealthy competition is that it's never ending cycle. There will always be somebody ahead of you. Someone with a better job, a nicer car, more money in the bank, more education, a prettier wife, a more handsome husband, better behaved children, better circumstances, and better conditions, and etc. and so on. But one important realization is that you can be the best that you can be when you are not competing with anyone. Some people are insecure because they pay too much attention to what others are, where others are going, wearing, driving, what others are talking. Take whatever you have, the height, the weight, the personality, accept it and realize that you are blessed. Stay focused and live a healthy life. There is no competition in destiny. Each one has his own. Comparison and competition is the thief of joy. It kills the joy of living your own life. So don't compare yourself with anybody, anything in life, a material, whatever it is, because the loss is yours. Be happy with what you have. Be contented with what you have. It is the blessings of Almighty that He has given you. Immaterial, somebody having a bigger house or whatever it is. But you have a roof on your head. You have a nice family. You have a nice, peaceful living. That is what matters. Because comparison and competition is the thief of joy. These things kill your joy. So be happy and contented with what you have. Obsess over observation. Observation is a silent skill we need. If we are to accept positive changes, to be an observer means to be open to new perspectives. Being able to observe endless enables us to be creative, productive, and effective, because this way we have made space for better understanding. If we fail to learn the skill, we are likely to be absorbed in the negativity of any given circumstances. We tend to get lost in the quicks and called what's wrong, which prevents us from putting things right. Nothing is permanent, definitely. Nothing is permanent, nor your sorrows, nor your joys. Even life. Childhood is not permanent, youth is not permanent, and aging is not permanent. It is just a phase which we have to face. However, we are going through the rough patch of life. Hang it there, it shall pass too. Nothing lasts forever, not even your troubles. Yes, when things are not going well and you feel like the world is on your shoulder, remember this: nothing is permanent, not even your worries. You have the power within you to change everything and transform your life. Take each day in your stride and remember, life is precious. This is one time life we have, and make it very happy and precious for yourself and for your others. Each day offers us a new opportunity. Don't give up. Trust Guruji. Guruji will hold you back and help you overcome every challenge. Nothing is permanent. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. But first, we must inhabit darkness with complete faith, knowing respite awaits ahead. The darkness can be terrifying when we are stuck, unable to navigate our way ahead. It signifies the inner strength where, in the moment of despair, we feel helpless. Plans of a divine Guruji. It is not the plan I have for you. Never take it as a bad thing. Yes, Guruji has better plans which you are unable to figure out. Each one is struggling with something or the other. Remember, Guruji knows everything. Every second of every moment of every day of your life, before you were even formed in your mother's womb, he knows you. He has a plan for you, for each one of us. Trust Guruji. Guruji decides which parents are we to be born, which mother's womb we have to take. And before we go into the mother's womb, Guruji decides a destination and we are there. Let off your worries. Live your life to the fullest, no matter where you are, no matter where you are right now. Grasp each day and make the most of it. Life is precious. Most valuable thing we possess, it has to be cared for. Very true. Life is valuable and we have to possess and care for it because we cannot get life second time, again and again. The human form which Guruji has given us. So enjoy what you have. You have got what was in your destiny and Guruji has given us. He knows better because we look at our nose tip and he looks beyond that. Learning to let go. Accept the truth and practice being grateful. To let go is to be grateful for the experiences that made you laugh, made you cry, helped you learn and grow. It's the acceptance of everything you have. Everything you had once. The possibilities that lie ahead, it's all about finding the strength to embrace life's challenges and changes. Trust your intuition to learn as you go, to realize that every experience has value, to continue taking positive steps forward. That's the right foot forward. Concentrate only on what can be changed. Which cannot be changed, don't waste your time. Realize that not everything in life is meant to be modified or perfectly understood. Live, let go, learn. Learn what you can. Don't waste your energy worrying about the things you can't change. Focus exclusively on what you can change. If you can't change something that's upsetting you, change the way you think about it. Letting go. Let go. Superb message. When somebody told me that he has failed in the exam, my question is it a law that you will pass every time? Someone told me that her boyfriend broke up with her. My question is it a rule that you will have peaceful relationships everywhere? When somebody asks me, am I in depression? My question is, it is compulsory to have confidence all the time. When someone cried to me about the huge business loss to his wrong decisions, my question is it possible that you take all right decisions? In fact, in our expectations that life has to be perfect, permanent, in the biggest reason of our unhappiness. Nothing is permanent, nothing is perfect. Take life as it comes. One has to understand the law of impermanence of nature. Every time, after every sunny day, there has to be a dark night. After every birth, there has to be a certain death. For the full moon to come again, it has to pass through no moon. In this imperfection of nature, there is perfection. So stop taking your failures and bad part of your life so personally, so intensively. Even God does not like to give you pain, but it's the circle through which you have to pass. Prepare yourself for one more fight after each fall, because even failures cannot be permanent. Enjoy life. Your breath comes to go, your thoughts come to go, your words come to go, your actions come to go, your feelings come to go, your illness comes to go, your phases comes to go, your seasons come to go. You have come to go. Then why do you hold on to your guilt, anger, unforgiveness, hatred so tightly when it too has come to go? Let it go. Stay blessed and blissful. I walked away. Yes, these are the experiences of my life which I had put on. Once I walked into a room, and it happens with everybody, not with me, with everyone. Once I walked into a room where a couple of my friends were talking about me. They didn't know I was there. I shook my head, smiled, and walked away. Just walk away from the negativity, because you clench it very fast. Once I had a best friend who talked back about me and never knew that I found out. I never mentioned it. I just smiled, walked away from that friendship. I had a couple of family members who chose to shift me out of their life because I stood up for myself for a change, and because I stopped crossing oceans for them. when they would not even jump over a poodle for me. I smiled, shook my head, and walked away. I was in a relationship once where I was always put last, no matter what I did for them. And I realized at that very moment, someone's efforts is their direct reflection of their interest in you. So I walked away and never looked back. Someone asked me, how could just walk away from people that betrayed me while pretending to be my significant other friends or family? It's not difficult. It's difficult, but it's not easy also, but you can do it. I said that every time I came to a crossroad like this, I had to decide who will be going forward on my journey with me. This showed me who I cannot take along with me. It's both the sides of the coin. You just never get mad at a person who betrays you, even in the name of the friendship family. Just gracefully bow and enjoy your journey. And remember, the moment you start to wonder if you deserve better, yes, walk away. When you walk away from this kind of situations, you will feel permanently really happy afterwards. Grace of Almighty, bow down to the Guruji's lotus feet. Precious now. Every moment in our life is precious. Be happy with each and every moment that comes on your way. Be happy with whatever things come in your way. Be happy with whatever people come in your way, because they are all very precious to us. Make the now your primary focus. Now is the moment. The past is just a memory. The future is a mental projection. You can choose to dwell back in the past for learning a joyous reflection. You can choose to dwell in the future for visualization and practical planning. Whenever, anytime your awareness floats away to the past or future, frequently for negative purposes. Just not let your ideas or your mind float away. You are suffocating your ability to thrive in the only moment you ever have. And now, we are postponing. The postponing becomes an inner dialogue as the inner monologue. Do not postpone. Live right here and now. And the more you have, you live in the present, and the less you will need this constant minding. The constant thinking, the less you will need it. There this is there because of postponing. We always live in the tomorrows which never comes. And it is impossible. That which comes is already today. We go on sacrificing today's for tomorrow, which is nowhere. That the mind goes on thinking of the past, which you have destroyed, which you have sacrificed for something which has not come. And when it goes on postponing for further tomorrows, so never postpone anything. एक पुरानी कहावत है, कल करे सो आज करे सो अब, पल में परले होएगी फिर करेगा कब. So don't postpone anything for tomorrow. Live for today, because don't know whether tomorrow will come or not. Whether tomorrow ये जो सांस निकल रही है ये वापस जाएगी कि नहीं जाएगी. So use the best of what you have and do the best what you can. Holding on too tight. Yes. Don't hold on to anything, whether it is tightly, whether it is relationship or anything, because it gives you more frustration. So don't hold it to anything. Human beings have the tendency to hold on too tight. Something that life slaps us really hard and we attach ourselves to the pain. Even when we know better, when we hold on too tight, we feel anxious, frustrated, irritated, and upset. There's an aching for things to be different than they are, a feeling of rejection or betrayal or hopelessness. So don't hold on to anything, because if you don't get it, we feel frustrated. So let anything be. Our own story of life. We are all struggling through this one together in our own unique way now. And the vast majority of our torment in the result of being caught up in whatever story we are telling ourselves about how life should be. So life is very precious and very struggling. We have to struggle for everything in life, and then we get it. Life is not bed of roses where you get everything on a silver platter. We all have to work hard. When we cook, then we have sumptuous food to eat. We can't eat raw food. So in the same way, take life, enjoy life. Each day is full of opportunities. Each day is full of opportunities. New ways to think, new ways to feel about ourselves and our reality, and new changes for us to try something different. If we don't like where we are heading, or how we have been feeling, we can make time to do things that bring us back to the center. It's always there, 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. It always helps us in the life. Perhaps you decide to meditate, take a nap, take a walk, journal, play some music, talk to a friend, seek guidance, and etc. There are many different ways to shift our mood, our thoughts, patterns, and our day-to-day life. We can create structure in our lives by adding something new to our routine. We can switch things up, make time to appreciate the little things or the choice to do one thing every day, to do for us, no matter how big it is or how small it is. It's the same way with our daily life. We just try one dish at a time, and then we appreciate it while cooking or eating and feeding others. We are feeling nervous or worried. Perhaps we use that some amount of time and energy to imagine the best case scenario and how good it would feel if things worked out for our highest good. Like they say, worry is the misuse of imagination. If we allow ourselves to stay stuck in the funk, have a bad attitude, or fix it on the things that have gone wrong about our day so far, we may find more to that. As our brain is then pumped to seek out things that affirm our benefits and feelings throughout the day. This can really create a downward spiral of negativity, feeling like life is against us, like our situation won't get any better, and even feeling hopeless at times. If you can maintain a positive attitude, even in the midst of everything is going on externally, you can discover new solutions, new ways to look at the situation and eventually find your way out. Sometimes you'll notice the answers that you seek just to seem arise from within you. But it is harder to hear these answers when the mind is busy, fixed, and stressed. Be calm. So please make some time for you to feel good. Calm your mind by doing something you love, or even just taking a moment to appreciate the journey and how far you have come from. Spiritual, experiencing spiritual benefits during fasting. We are presently in the month of Ramzan, in which fast from sunrise to sunset. Each day for 30 days. Eid of Eid al-Fitr is celebrated on the day after the month of the Ramzan gets over. After different, almost all different faiths and religion in the world teach fasting is a method. Even animals fast. I had a dog. He used to refuse eating. And I knew he was fasting. He was not well. So even animals know the value of fasting. Most of us today find ourselves saying we cannot live without mobile, the internet, the costly cars and the watches, the good clothes and food and AC, tea, coffee, smoking, drinking, and etc. At some time these days, fasting make us aware of our own mental strength, willpower, and determination, which we are not using. Fasting is only determination and conquering on your willpower. Fasting creates a disciplined routine and an inner self-control, which takes us on the path of higher consciousness and spiritual awareness. Fasting creates disciplined routine and inner self-control, which the discipline of fasting teaches us that once we create a powerful and determination through, though nothing is impossible. If we practice fasting on the physical level, we can only do it on the mental and emotional level. It is only a decision which we can take internally. We can decide that for the entire period of fasting, and even after that, we will choose peace and compassion instead of anger, love and cooperation instead of hatred, humanity and kindness instead of ego and etc. In every situation and with every person. In every faith, whenever fasting is practiced, the fast is not just purely for a few minutes or hours, but for a few days or even few weeks, because it takes to realize, appreciate, and sustain changes at a deep rooted level. During any fast, it is important to give attention to our inner attention. Why are we fasting? We are doing it because our religion says we must do it, or because we have doing it every year, or to please God, or if we don't do it, we will be punished. It is, if it is any of these or similar intentions, then pause constantly and change the intention to a higher purpose. We are doing it so that it gives us strength to connect to God and to calm ourselves of our weakness and verses. If we hold or if we are holding any hurt or negative feelings for anyone, now it is the time for forgiving. Forgiveness is the message of every religion. So let us follow our religion and give this gift of forgiveness to God, which will create, live, and love and unity in our community and in the world. Let us not just cleanse our body, but cleanse our mind also. Religion gives us the tradition of fasting so that it comes as a reminder for us to take our time for the soul cleaning. So, Guruji, so we have read so many things, and it was a real pleasure reading out. Thank you so much, Multilingual Group, for giving me this opportunity. I hope my messages, which Guruji has given me the opportunity, goes on to everyone, and everyone utilizes it, makes their life. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Thank you so much, Aunty, for sharing such beautiful pearls of wisdom and Guru Maharaj's guidance through your words. Thank you so much. Sangatji, now after Mantra